This is Share Radio. Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope.
Yes,
and
Bafethu,
help
this is
is
your boy
available.
Andy Maimane. Catch me every Thursday, 2 p.m. Khona with the Broskies of Sotra, brought to you by Share Radio. We are fixing the country. Ungatha sikutshelanga atsiye kadaso.
Tano, Tano, Tano. Tano, Tano. Tano, Tano, Tano.
Thando lwami, thando lwethu. You always know Preachy the MC will never disappoint you here on Share Online Radio Show. My beautiful people, let me welcome you yet again to another beautiful and epic week of the Broskies of Sotra. You know what we do, man. We are fixing the country one topic at a time. And please do not forget, if you just joined the conversation, guys, please do not forget to do the right thing, in which you go to our all social media platforms, which is our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also TikTok. On our YouTube, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, share the live with your loved ones, because today is going to be nice. Obviously, you know, as the Broskies, we always have those guests who are going to share information that you guys need to know at home. So my number to call is 061-524-7758. And the first track that I opened with was 12 Mza and Ginger featuring Flash Master, Barre Forever Here. You know, it's a month of love. Wherever you are, man, you don't need to forget that, wherever she is, she's the forever one. Wabo. So please, guys, another song that we played for you is Bridget the MC and Mjege Barre Utando. Jege Utando. And if you guys are at home and listening to this live, please do not forget, if you want us to play your beautiful tunes here in the station, don't forget to visit our website www.shareonline.co.za. Without wasting any time, by the way, libitso la ka ke nna Moeketsi Maimane, and obviously I am not alone here. I mean, some of you might see, a familiar face here and asking yourself, what is this guy doing here, man? Here we are not living young wild. But anyway, man, I was shying ale intro yako that people know you about, man.
My intro, brother. Okay, I go by the name Black Manning the Peacemaker, the great messenger of all time. That's me.
Of course, I'm here with Black Maningi, guys. And before I introduce our guest, man, I'll just to ask you, man, how has been your week, man? Because right now you're going to be joining us as the Broskies, co-hosting for me. As you can see, Andy Maanzo is not here. We are going to be running this blog, whether you like it or not, man. How has been your week? Speak on the mic. Please don't.
Tough week it was, man, but. Survive dog.
You survived.
We gotta push, man. Yeah, we gotta push.
You gotta push, man.
Yeah,
there's
man.
Nothing you can do.
Galaxies, go feel about fellow guys.
Yeah.
Brother. Yeah.
Whatever that you say, I hope I understand. Yeah, because in Naki Motswana, guys, I always meet closer people. I don't hear anything, but because Kinalemosa, I always agree with them with everything that.
Such a great language.
Of course.
Great language. Yeah.
You might be asking yourself, who am I, with today in the studio, guys? I'm just gonna I'm just going to give him, that, 2 minutes nyana I introduce Mang, where is he from, and what he's he about. My brother.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. I wish I could do it.
Oh yeah.
Just few seconds ago, but yeah. My name is Bolokang Molefe. And I'm working for Sanka in Soweto. I'm the services manager there.
Oh, you're the service manager in Sanka.
Services manager in Sanka, Soweto.
Yeah, so can you please tell my people at home or Sanka Ichore, because
Yeah, the acronym SANCA stands for South African National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependency. So mainly SANCA deals with the prevention and treatment of substance abuse. And by substance abuse, I'm referring to the use of drugs and the misuse of alcohol. So all those substances we extend them to your glue, your benzene, all those substances that people don't even think of. So that's what we do mainly.
Oh, very nice thing, man, because we see that substance and drug abuse are mainly, a problem that we are facing in our communities. So I hope today people are going to get informed by you in terms of, the things that they should prevent. Guys, please do not forget my number is 061-524-7758. If you have any questions or you want to comment anything here with me on the studio with Mr. Bolokang and Mr. Black Maningi, guys, please do not hesitate. On my Facebook is Share Online, and there's a comment box there down below, and tell me what you think and what's your question. And on Facebook already I see I have a comment from Lunga Kwabe saying, good days, Broskies, Gazi Soul Music signing in, and Danko, please. Gazi, please stay for this one because the information that we're going to share with you is going to be important, and you might share it with your loved ones. Right now, let me go to an ad break, and then when we come back, we will dive deep in what Sanka is all about with Mr. Bolokang. And I'm going to play you guys soul music featuring Still I Real Are number. Please stay tuned.
Yes, Bafethu, this is your boy Andy Maimane. Catch me every Thursday 2 p.m. Khona with the Broskies of Sotra, brought to you by Ishe Radio. We are fixing the country. Ungathasikjelanga atsiye kadaso.
Masalpala, elili number when a bova. Masalpaga, species number lily mangama, elili hambanam, elili mangamanga, lily lambanam. When a bova, Masalpala, elili number when a bova. Masalpaga, species number lily mangama. Masalpala, elili number when a bova. Masalpaga, species number lily mangama, elili hambanam, elili mangamanga, lily lambanam. When a bova, Masalpala, elili number when a bova. Masalpaga, species number lily mangama. When a bova. When I move on, when I move on, when I move on, when I move on. Bova, mina shoot bang lang, pussy plek no scam. Chura no me, I stand next to get my beat tight sabe sa. Se kule la machita menyaga, kile le mapiga isa. Khota ga lisika ke sa ne ke phiri mariga ya fa. Feretsa mabana di sala re va, feretsa mabana di sala re va. Mdalang nombuzo, malanga wakdala maputso, ngabisa khala ngombuzo. Masalpana, elili number on the bova. Masalpaga, species number lily mangama, lily mangama, Masalpaga.
Yes, Bafethu, this is your boy Andy Maimane. Catch me every Thursday 2 p.m. Khona la ku the Broskies of Sotra, brought to you by Ishe Radio. We are fixing the country. Ungatha sikutshelanga atsiye kadas.
Of course, ungatha sikutshelanga. You are still tuned with the Broskies of Sotra here on Share Online, ladies and gentlemen. It's yet another epic Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not forget to visit our socials and do the right thing. Oh, you all know, guys, we are fixing the country one topic at a time, in which it's something that we are going to be doing here with Mr. Bolokang from Sanka. Not to forget, guys, in terms of the open platform that we have here, if you want to advertise with us, it's only 100 rand for 5 listings. So you just pay a fee of 100 rand, and then we are going to play it on our 5 shows that we have here from Tuesdays until Saturday. And if you want to communicate with us and send us your proposal, it's ads@shareonline.co.za, ads@shareonline.co, and the number to call is 078-281-0681, 078-281-0681. Here on the studio, I am joined by Mr. Bolokang, services from Sanka. If you want to ask any questions or call me, the number to call is 061-524-7758. And on my Facebook, you just comment there, and then we'll read your comment out loud, and then he will answer you. So Mr. Bolokang, are you still okay, man?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, because today we are going to prevent. We are going to prevent most of the thing, you know, without wasting any time, you know, because I think most of the people will want to know, you know, how are you guys operating in Sanka?
Yeah.
You know, so I want to know, what factors contribute to preventing, you know, drug abuse in our communities?
Yeah. Okay, if you check the factors, especially around, I normally call it the use of drugs and the misuse of alcohol. Because firstly, I think the key question that we need to ask ourselves as a community or as young people who are in Soweto, it's that, and I'm telling you that we can ask that online and everyone will say no. Because, the question is alcohol a drug? So, firstly, most of young people don't believe that it's a drug. So, now we're talking the misuse, because if you check alcohol, it's legal in South Africa. So, that is why now we need to check the misuse, because most of the South Africans or young people lack the education around the use of alcohol. So if you check the question that you're asking, back to it, if you check in the prevalence of drugs, what really leads to that, what causes that, and why are we unable to win the fight against preventing the drug? It's number one, I will mention one key factor, which is the environmental influence. And I want us to go with the environmental influence. I don't want to speak about peer pressure. It's outdated. We're no longer talking about it now. Yeah, because I think as more and more we grow, we start learning, and we start, knowing that we need to stand for something, because if we don't do that, then we will fall for anything that is happening around. So if you check the environmental influence, let's talk about your key let's say clubs around Soweto. Let's speak about Konka. Allow me to
Of
speak
course,
about
man.
Konka.
The space is yours.
Yeah, I mean, every young person wants to see themselves at Konka. I was discussing with one of my colleagues, and she was saying, like, yo, Ikonka ngati yavala, and I haven't been there.
Even my colleague was
Exactly.
even,
You see, the question now is, do you have to be there?
Yes.
Right? Do you have to be there? But the thing is that the reason why someone is asking or saying that it's the environmental influence, you feel like you're missing out something by not being there. You understand? So now it plays a huge role into denying us from preventing the drugs, because now the use of the substance abuse in general, because now we need to deal with that. A lot of us, we see our role models, they come into Soweto, it's environment. So when we look at them, we admire them, we just want to be like them. Some of us, we even drinking expensive alcohol, not that we even know why we're drinking, but because my role model is drinking this. So all of a sudden, Jay, I'm no longer drinking Black Label. Sorry, if you are drinking Black Label, no, you're no longer drinking Black Label. Now you want to drink your Azaru or your Vsop of your Hennessy. Yeah, because now Kabza is drinking that. You understand? So that's environment. So it gets to that point where we even doing things because not because we need to, but because now we are influenced by the environment. So it really, gets to us, especially young people. Yeah, we do have other factors, family situations, they can also lead to that. Unemployment, we can't write it off. It also contributes massively because I can tell you, most people who are not employed, like, when they say an idle mind, it's a battlefield. I don't know for who or for what.
When it's not waking, it's just only thinking negative things.
Yeah, you see. But now I can tell you, especially with alcohol. So if someone is just chilling and not doing anything, because now I'll tell you, if you're working and maybe you're going out and you're drinking with guys, some will tell you, even if it's on Sunday, you can say, no, I'm stopping because tomorrow I have work.
Yes.
And they will say, we continue because tomorrow we're not working.
Exactly.
So unemployment is an issue because now this person is drinking because absolutely they don't have anything to do. You understand? So, boredom also plays a role. And then you just feel like, let me just be high because, when you are high, at least some of these things you avoid. Plus, if you check with alcohol, someone who is under the influence of alcohol, you start seeing things differently.
Of course.
Like if you are, if you are black, you start seeing yourself
as white or any other race.
Yeah. If you're big, you start seeing yourself as sexy. Yeah, you start seeing yourself as a sexy person and stuff because
the confidence grows in you.
And you know why? You know why it's like that? Because alcohol affects your vision. So everything turns blurry, so it becomes blurry, and at the end you are not seeing clear. That is why most of us, we end up making wrong decisions. Unbelievable decisions when you are under the influence. And then when you sober, you like, how did I even agree to that? Check, you can go back and check all the decisions that you made, especially when you were with friends and then you were under the influence, and at the end you're like, tomorrow we go in there, and tomorrow they come in, they like, you said this,
you said today.
So I think that is the challenge that we are facing in the environment, especially in Soweto. So I think I've answered your question.
I believe you answered, because I want to touch on factors, because you mentioned that environmental influence is a big thing. Right, because we see these young people growing and seeing their idols, doing exactly what they want to do. So right now I want to go to a question whereby I'm asking Hore, what is Sanka doing, what are the efforts as an organization that they're doing to prevent such things from happening?
So
but before you answer, my brother, I just need a final word this time. Is weed a drug? I just need a final answer. Is weed a drug?
Weed is a drug.
Weed is a drug.
How?
What is a drug? Anything that changes the state of your mind, it's a drug.
You are answered, my man. Weed is a drug. Anything that you can consume, man, and then you inhale smoke and exhale smoke.
And you know what? I don't want to go deeper into it. So because I know a lot of young people are struggling with that. Some they say, no, it's not a drug. It's actually used for medical purposes. And I can tell you, it's just the small quantities of marijuana.
So there's no better drug here.
There's no better drug, absolutely, There is no safest use of any drug. That is why we say we're preventing the use of drugs. When we come to alcohol, it's a different thing because we can, engage in the education part. That is why we're addressing the misuse now.
I mean, when I'm a Ningi, in terms of asking the question, I see a comment here on Facebook from Lunga Twabe, saying, guys, okay, before we go further with the topic, I just want to know, is weed a drug?
Exactly.
I hope we just answered you, Gazi, because they say it's a drug. I mean, your reasons, his reasons come forward and say, please, I need clarity on that one. Hence, I do smoke it, especially when I'm at studio working on some projects.
Okay, let's address that. You smoking it when you are in the studio working on some project. with that belief, or maybe you also get that energy, or you get the motivation or the courage to work after using that, because it's now you saying, remember, you depending, you cannot do anything without the use of that substance. If it happens that you go to the studio and you did not smoke drug, trust me, you're not going to run any show.
So it's a fuel for him,
Exactly.
and then it becomes a habit.
Exactly.
To say, you know what, when I did not smoke, man, my project will not be finished.
Yeah.
It also stuck as, as much as Nishuguti, it's a habit. It's stuck within you, and then you cannot break that boundary. Oguti, I need to smoke. But we were still on that question on the interventions that you guys, believe in.
Yeah. So firstly, what we do, hence I said when we started that we are dealing with the treatment and the prevention. So part of the things that we are doing for treatment is that we render therapeutic services. By therapeutic services, I'm referring to services like your counseling sessions, your one-on-one sessions, group sessions, support groups for people who are affected by substance abuse. Actually, now we no longer calling them nicely to say they are people with substance use disorders, right? Because remember, previously we used to use the stigmatizing language, like kokasi, they will call you a nyaupe boy and stuff. That person is just someone who is having a substance use disorder. You understand? So we do offer treatment sessions. We also offer them medication services for especially those who are struggling with withdrawals, and then we do referrals to inpatient. So we are an outpatient. We don't have people who are staying into our premises. We just referring to inpatient treatment centers, and then after they come back or finish their period at the inpatient centers, we offer aftercare services where the person can attend for as much as they want. And then prevention, when it comes to the prevention, we start prevention from early interventions. We do early interventions where we go to your preschools, your ECDs, and then we offer substance abuse talk through puppet shows. We do that, and then we also go to your primary up to high schools. We even go to tertiary levels where we offer, like in schools, we do have a program that is called Gimoja, I'm Fine Without Drugs. So it's a program that is actually covering the awareness as well as the prevention part of substances. So we do have programs that we render through that service. And then we also go to communities. Like when by communities, I'm referring to we conduct exhibitions at parks, like number one. Actually, you can agree with me that parks have turned into a sport.
Yes, a sport for socializing and those things.
Young people are no longer having a chance to go and enjoy the park because of we have occupied the space by using the substances. And then we also go to malls. We do exhibitions at malls, but the difficult part with exhibition at malls is that people are forever busy. Like
Spitty Pete, of course, man.
The only people who will come to you when you're doing the exhibition at the malls are people who are directly affected. So now we do that. And then we also go to anywhere in the community where we are invited. We render services, we raise awareness, and then we also assist the community members on how they can access our services.
Very good, informative, guys. If you want to ask any question here from Bolokang, from Sanka, guys, please do not forget the number to call or the number to comment on it, 061-524-7758. And please join my conversation on Facebook, and do not forget to like the page. And also on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe, as we are on a journey of actually recovering, from those bad habits. Right now, I'm going to go to a break. Before I go to a break, guys, they say alcohol is a drug. Do you agree there at home? Please tell me down on my comment section. Right now, let me go to an ad. I'm going to leave you with Brill Eargasm saying, take it and run.
Really for real, he's illy and still you feel the skill that I'm using. For real, bitch. Yeah, motherfucker, watch out. You see a chance, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, take it and run. Raising your bread, cause bacon is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, take it and, yeah. Jib out a printer, the billionaire shop is a winner. Don't even know how we got through the winter. Guess I got Aikido like Master Splinter. Yeah, to the ground in my eyes in the sky. Now I just need to develop antennas. Me and my thoughts need some time to ourselves. Something like Netflix ain't gonna entertain us. I need some mental stimulation. Real life is a better simulation. That's why I didn't open a demo account the day I started trading. Lost a few hundred and it took some months just to be evenly breaking. The poverty demon is tough, but it's something that can be defeated with patience. I just approached it 1 rand at a time, 1 copy for 1 man at a time, 4 copies changing hands at a time. Now I got in my bank at this time. It's just a small gonna start, but I know that I'm smart, so we all gonna go to the top. Retire old lady and both of my timers. Now that's an ascension, it's more than evolve. Seeing some growth in the spot, I was hopeless before, probably because I was focused on broads. Tati was bad, but why would she want me when I couldn't even clothe her little daughter? Serving so wet, so it spread me too thin as a businessman, coach and stepfather. Still not quite sure where I'm going, the only direction I'm going is forward. Accepted the fact that for a couple of years I'ma show as a pauper. These sirens are constant reminders that I cannot raise my labaka in Sotra, but the glow up been awesome. Now when I show up, they awestruck, starstruck. I'm no celeb, but you know that your shorty do want some. All that I do is be locked in my room, constructing intelligent concepts. All that I do is be crafting systems while the world is still barely responsive. Overcoming a billion flop tinks, celebrating the littlest progress. Cause if you just keep it compounding, it's amazing what you can accomplish. You see a chance, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, just take it and run. Raising your bread, cause bacon is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah, yeah. You see a chance, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. You see a bag, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah. Grab it with both of your hands, just take it and run. Raising your bread, cause bacon is fun. Get out the trap, just take it and run, take it and run, yeah, yeah. You see a chance.
Orgasm, ladies and gentlemen, saying take it and run. I hope you are not misinformed when they say take it and run. They're not talking about drugs, they're not talking about alcohol, guys. They're talking about good chances that you might have on life. Take them and run away, guys. Yes, my time right now is 4 minutes to 3, and you are joining me here, Moeketsi Maimane, and Black Maning, and also Mr. Bokang, right? Bolokang, sorry about that. Bolokang here from Sanka. Guys, if you want to ask any questions, do not forget to post your comment and send me a voice note and tell me what you're thinking, because Mr. Bolokang here saying alcohol is a drug. Tell me what you think, because young people out there, you are very irresponsible. I'm sorry to say that, but irresponsibility is one of the things that is common in our communities. So Mr. Bolokang, I want to ask you a question, Hore. At Sanka, what is the most common substance like that you guys face daily?
The common problem.
Yeah.
The common problem.
Yeah, I
just want the common problem with why do they use these substance abuse?
Okay. Firstly, maybe let me also mention that we have 4 offices in total around Soweto. So our main office being in Rockville, then you have your Protea Glen. We also have Deep Kloof, and then we are also here in Zone 9 Meadowlands. So the reason why I'm mentioning the offices is because monthly we do analysis, especially around the commonly used drugs. And then if you check this in areas, interesting fact is that areas are not the same.
Okay.
So you will find that another drug it's prevalent in some areas, and then when you check other areas, it's a different drug. So we used to have, especially I would say drugs go or follow a certain season. So we had a season for Nyaupe. Where you find a lot of people were using Nyaupe, and then we check when we check our stats. Nyaupe was commonly used in all offices, but recently there's crystal. So if you check areas like your Deep Kloof, crystal it's number one. It's
common.
So yeah, it's common that side.
In Deep Kloof.
Yeah, but when you go to Protea, you still find Nyaupe's number one. So it's interesting to follow the trend and also check what's happening, especially around the use of drug. And then if you check Nyaupe and crystal, when it comes to the affordability or the costing, it's their crystal it's more than Nyaupe. So you will find that it will also depends on who has how much or who has money. So those who have money, they will just say, okay, fine, let's go to crystal. But also with drugs, it's an issue of, I normally say people graduate. So you go to a certain level until that thing is no longer giving you a high. So you go to something more stronger. Yeah. But in terms of answering your question, we find crystal being topping the charts in this side of your Deep Kloof. And then when you come to your Rockville and your Protea, we still have Nyaupe as number one, but I can tell you that crystal it's actually overtaking them, because when I say it's not number one, you'll find that more people are now using that, but they are still coming because we having a lot of clients or a lot of into service users who are coming in who are using crystal. And to answer my brother here, it's that it's a challenge, because with Nyaupe, remember over the years we used to have ways we used to administer, and then we got to a point where we say now we are mastering people who are having the problem or withdrawals of Nyaupe. But when it comes to crystal, it's still fairly new, and I normally say no one was ready for the withdrawals of crystal, because when you check someone who's using crystal, they present a very, I normally say they are fearless. So you get
abnormal.
You get to a point where you don't even understand how you have to treat or deal with them. And I can also say in most cases you will find that a person already the drug has affected their mind, and then you get to Sanka, and then you will always get that point where you say, no, we can't deal with you, you need to refer that line to hospital. Because remember, now you are at the state where I can't even sit with you and have a session or a one-on-one session. So yeah, that is the challenge that we are facing, and it's affecting the community members. It's affecting them, because you will come to Sanka and you'll feel like, no, I went to Sanka and they did not help me. It's not that they did not help you. It's because you're using a drug that presents or that affects you to present a dual diagnosis, and in that case, something has to happen first. You need to go see the doctors, the specialist, the psychiatrist, so that they can, work with you before you can come and see us. Yeah, that is the challenge that we are facing.
Yeah, man. Before I continue with my next question that I have here on my socials, I have Lyric Banele saying, interesting conversation. Before commenting if alcohol is a drug, he asked, what is a drug? Because big pharmacist uses drugs.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, because you need to understand the types of drugs and what they are used for. Because now, if this person is saying big pharmacist uses drugs, I don't know whether they're using the schedules, the drug schedules, and the ones that we are speaking about, like your crystal, your Nyaupe, or the person is just referring to the medication that the body needs, that's the medication that we need for survival. You understand? And I know that someone will come, and especially young people, we even have this one, that saying that, I'm not sure which doctor said that, but young people people will say, doctor said even one wine glass a day.
One glass.
Yeah,
it
when
will
you're
help
having a
your
bad
heart,
day,
man.
when
It
you're having
help
a bad day.
your blood flow. I mean, they say red wine. It helps. The flow of your blood becomes. It also kills some toxins in your body.
Yeah, the problem is one here. Because now, okay, let's say alcohol. Let's take alcohol and then compare it to a grandpa. That is why on a grandpa they will tell you don't drink it more than 10 consecutive days without seeing a doctor.
Yes, a doctor. Yeah, it's
You
written
understand?
there. Yeah,
now,
yeah.
because when it gets to a certain level, it now starts affecting your body. You understand? So when you come to alcohol, you might be right when you saying they said it will help and fight the toxic and stuff. But what amount?
The dosage.
You understand? And I will go further. I'll go further and touch your weed. And I was saying it's just a small particular, like small portion.
But
that is used for medication purposes. And then you must start knowing or understand that a minute you start burning it, it's no longer working for that medication purposes. It works as a drug. You understand? So most will do that. I know all people will say, you boil it and it helps your heart and stuff. I can agree with them because, when you boil it and you drink, maybe, some there are those who are doing it for that medical purposes. But once you start smoking or burning it, it's no longer a medication.
It's no longer medication.
Yeah, so just to answer that one, maybe we're just saying... we need to get clarity in terms of that because we do have medication that is drugs that are used for medication purposes to assist our bodies.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that. I hope Mr. Lyric Banele there on Facebook, you are answered very well as Mr. Bolokang states. So like coming to my question, I heard you mentioning that sometimes you get patients, that you don't know how to treat them or deal with them, like crystal patients, So I want you to take me through the processes. If someone is sitting at home, they have someone who's addicted in a certain drug, So I want to know, like at Sanka, what kind of processes do you take that person through?
Yeah, our processes are very easy. So the first thing that the person will do, you don't need to make an appointment when you come to Sanka. You just walk in.
Or you can just come anytime.
Walk in. Even now, you can walk in. As long as we are still open.
It's nice.
Okay, guys, we have some technical problems. Can we just go to an ad break and then we will come back?
Oh, yes.
Yes, Bafethu, this is your boy Andy Maimane. Catch me every Thursday 2 p.m. Khona la with the Broskies of Sotra, brought to you by Ishe Radio. We are fixing the country. Ungatha sikutshelanga atsiye kadazi.
Adziye kadazi. That was RNK, Mr. OK, saying don't switch it off. Please don't forget to. No, man. Don't switch off your mind and then end up doing the things. Guys, please forgive me. We had some technical issues, but Mr. Bolokang here was taking us through the processes that Sanka, they take you through when you go there. Mr. Bolokang, please take it away, sir.
Yeah, like I said, you don't need to make an appointment for first time visit. So you just walk in. We welcome walk-ins, and
It's open 24/7.
not 24/7, unfortunately.
I mean, when you say anytime, I'm thinking of even if
No,
it's
during
midnight.
during working hours.
All
So we
right,
are open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4.
All right.
So during that time, you don't need to make an appointment. You just walk in for first time visit, and then upon arrival, you will get to a reception. And if you are there as someone who is using substances, normally we will just take you for drug test. You will conduct a drug test, and then after the results, obviously if the results are negative, there's no need for you to but if they are positive, then we open a file for you. We open a file, then we do in the intake.
Is it possible for ukuthi ama results wakho aphume are negative?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible, and
You know why I'm asking the question?
That's a very good question.
My brother once had the problem. Like I think it was a stage or something. He was acting weird. He never smoked. He was not doing anything, just training. But when at school they decided to know, man, the guy's acting strange, right? So they assume he's taking some substances.
yeah.
Magafika lapaya, it came out positive. And he wasn't using any substances.
Okay,
Kolomele
that one it's I have never experienced such a case where someone has never used and then the result come positive. But in instances where someone has used and the result came back negative, yeah, that is what we.
So is it possible for proteins? Bodybuilders use proteins. So is it possible ukuthi ziphume positive?
No, like the kind of a drug test that we are using, it's not testing that.
Because when you're using creatine,
yeah,
when you're using to bulk,
yeah. No, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna affect, ne? But I know that there's certain medication that someone might be on, and that can affect the outcome of the results. That one is possible. Where maybe you have never used, your dacha and everything, but because you are on medication, that is why when you go for drug testing, they will even ask, are you on medication, any kind of medication?
Makes sense.
People with expertise, then they will be able to tell you how that medication that you are on can affect the outcome of the result. Yeah, so that is what normally happens. But in instances where someone is, most of our clients are referred by school, like learners who are referred by school. And remember, when you are referred by school, you have been suspended. And then we know that, then they will tell you need to go to Sanka and bring the results and everything, or a proof that you have been enrolled into a program. So we know that, firstly, you might find that the school will say, we found this person smoking. And then we test the person and the results are negative. And then you know what? The first thing that comes to mind is that your results they are not legit. Your results are not like you don't know. Because remember, even with this drug, it depends on the quantity. It is also dependent on. You might find that the time the teacher was coming in, it was your first pull. So how do you expect this person with the first pull, and maybe you did not even pull?
And go to some.
Yeah, because if smoking marijuana, we know marijuana is fat soluble. So you have never taken a puff. So how are we expecting that we will find any result? Yes, you have seen the smoke, but what quantity?
What quantity of smoke?
So in a case where maybe someone is querying and arguing, we normally refer people to say go to a lab where you conduct that drug test, your blood test. They take longer because they go to a lab. Obviously, you can take your 3 months waiting for those results. You understand? So yeah, like I said, after we have tested and then maybe you have tested positive, then we will enroll, open a file and enroll a person into the therapeutic program. So it means now from that point, now you will start getting appointments. Yes. So from the day you came, we conducted the intake and everything. You are enrolled and you have opened the file. Then you will get appointments to come now and see a therapist. So you will be going in, in and out. Yeah, like I said, we are an outpatient. So you will just come for those appointments and you still go back home. And there's one thing that I also want to assist the community with it.
Of course, sir.
When it comes to people who are outpatient, who are on the outpatient program, normally we feel and tend to say the program is not working. Why? Because maybe someone came to Sanka today and tomorrow you saw them smoking on the corner. Thursday they come back to Sanka. Or the very same day that they are coming to Sanka, you see them smoking. And then you're like, you're attending this session. And you know, recovery is a journey, right? And then unfortunately, what we are getting, or the challenge that we are getting from the communities, that we expect miracles. It's a journey and it's not going to take a day. You understand? And someone who is affected by substance by the use substance use disorders, they need support more than anything else. So the reason I'm saying it's a journey, it's that they can smoke today, come back to Sanka, and then the following day when they pass the very same corner that they are used to smoke, they get in and smoke. What we need to understand is that we need to support them and say we understand how difficult this thing is. Unfortunately, quitting is not easy. Because, you know, communities will expect that, no, we just have to take this person because you started smoking, you never knew this thing. Remember when someone starts smoking, the reason why we call them patients, it's that they are no longer in control of themselves. And the unfortunate part is that we are not treating them. You know, have you ever seen a patient at hospital? Have you taken care of someone who's ill?
Yes, I've seen them.
You see, the same way that you have taken care of someone who is ill, that is the very same support and love that you need to show to someone who is having a substance use disorder. And if we can start doing that, that's how we can start winning the fight against drugs ekas. Because now when we see them, number one, we feel like it's self-inflicted. Hey, you must stop smoking. It doesn't work like that. They are not in control. The drugs are in control of their life. You understand? So they need support more than anything else. And let me tell you, when these people start getting to that point where they're quitting, it's when they start becoming tired of relapsing. That's where you start seeing recovery. Can you know? Okay, let me give you an example.
Please, sir.
Have you been in a situation where you got tired of cheating?
Yeah, of course, man.
Is it for a guy or if you're a girl, you're in a relationship and you haven't got tired, you will still do it. You get to a point where you say, I am tired of this person always, crying because of me. This person always angry because of me. So that's why now you start saying, you know what, I have to be a better person here. Then you start, like, gradually you start stopping and you're like, no, I don't want this thing anymore. Because why? You are tired. And recovery, the other thing with recovery, it's not for people who need it. It's for people who want it. Because remember, if I want something, it doesn't matter. Whether umaningi lapho and stuff, it's your thing, bruh. It's your thing. But that's not what I want. I want recovery. And then that's where we can start seeing Sotra, a better place.
Can we fix this myth here? I don't know if it's a myth or what, but many people saying relapsing is part of recovery.
It is. Yes, relapse is part of recovery. Because remember, when we relapse, you relapse and say, you know what, because it takes effort. People take efforts here. You can go to an inpatient and still come back and relapse. You understand? And then after relapsing, the key thing is that what do we do after relapse? If we start again, we say there's hope. And I can tell you, everyone who have relapsed, and even people who are listening, anyone who has relapsed, Sanka is available for you. Come back. If you are saying I am ready to start again, we start again from at least.
The doors are still open.
Yeah, the door is still open for you, and then we will hold you by your hand once again, and we go. You understand? It is part of recovery. The more, because now you will start counting how many times did I relapse, how many times did I hurt my parents, how many times did I do 1, 2, 3. So you get to a point where you start counting, and you're like,
all
you know what,
mistakes.
now this
it's
has to stop now. So if that was not there, you were not gonna recover.
You're gonna recover.
So what happens now when you are relapsing, but now you are not doing it in an addictive way, but you are doing it responsible.
What is responsible?
Like responsible. I mean, like you only drink on weekend,
Okay.
but before you used to drink like every day.
Yeah. I think you see with alcohol, it's different because remember I said the other thing that we address is the misuse of alcohol, but only for those who are at the age, the qualifying age of using alcohol. Because in South Africa they said 18. Yeah, we're still querying it and say why not 21? And I can tell you why. We also deal with, like I said, from early childhood, and then we deal with primary and all the teenagers. Basically, let me just say, we deal with teenagers. But now when we go to that level, it's no to underage drinking. And simply because underage drinking has its effects on your life, but they start showing when you are old.
When you're old.
You understand? So now, so your brain is still developing while you are still a teenager. So once you start engaging or drinking alcohol at that age, it damages the brain cells. So your brains are no longer developing. That is why we are encountering, a lot of challenges today with young people who, I don't want to say who don't have brains, or old people who don't have brains. I don't want to say that, but that is another challenge that is caused by people using, like alcohol at that age. You understand? So now, when you look at it, it becomes a problem. So maybe back to that one where you say now maybe you're doing it responsibly. Like number one, we need to get to a point. Let's scale it down and understand why. Do people drink alcohol? Or do we know the reason why alcohol was introduced? Because now we need to, and I normally make an example, and people always laugh and say, hey, and why? And I take them to the Bible and say, do you know that the first alcohol that was produced in this earth was done by Jesus Christ? Because remember, he got to the wedding, and then when he got to the wedding, I think there was a point where the wine was finished. And then he turned water into wine.
We need refill.
Right. So you need to check what was happening by the point or the time when wine was finished. People were starting to sleep, but maybe they were starting to go home and say yakyapor and stuff. Why? Because alcohol was not there. You understand? So once they start seeing that no, alcohol is back and everyone was merry again, and then the wedding continued. So it is used for social purposes, for socializing. So you see, you cannot say you are now I'm drinking responsibly. The first thing that you need to understand is that you cannot, if you start seeing yourself drinking alone, and that's what I want to address. Once you start seeing yourself drinking alone, it's a first sign.
It's a problem
of having alcohol use disorder. You
But
cannot
what
socialize
if you
alone.
don't like being around people?
Then you are not using alcohol for what it was created or meant for, because it is meant for socializing. You understand? That is why, and I can tell you, and it's very clear. You can, we can meet today and we don't have conversation and be sitting. Maybe we're waiting for the show to
I
start.
know that, I
You
know
see, you saw how things were like when we got here, and then no one is talking to anyone. But if wine was here, I was going to entertain and say, "Emaningi, you know what? Hey, you know what?
would relate
3 years
to each
back,
other. In your
you know what?
mind.
You know what? You understand? So it creates that. So it brings that. So that is why it's used for. So now we end up, like I said, we lack the education around the use of alcohol. That is why
we
we
just need to
end
do
up
research.
misusing it. Yeah.
Misusing alcohol, guys. If you just joined the conversation, please do not forget to leave your comment there. I see there are comments that we are going to read after the break, because my social media is busy buzzing because people are getting crazy by saying alcohol is
I'm
a drug.
sweating. It's hot in
People are
here.
sweating at home, guys. We are still
Conversation
here
is
with
hot.
Bolokang from Sanka. If you want to know more about him, or you know someone who is struggling from, substance abuse, this is the show. Stay with us until the end of the show. Right now, we are going to go on an ad break, and then when we come back, we're going to continue with our conversation.
Oh yes, it's nice.
Yes, Bafethu, this is your boy Andy Maimane. Catch me every Thursday 2 p.m. Khona with the Broskies of Sotra, brought to you by Ishe Radio. We are fixing the country. Ungathasikjelanga atsiye kadaso.
Borokonti bale Seke batlo bona maobane Uto jana ya tisili Iko dili marame Ungwana na ya itobili Bilu untatele Kiena wa mabano Yeta kishuba yele Uri pororo di kale ya pirunya Uri pororo di kale ya pirunya Seki batu bona maubane Uro konti bale Seki batu bona maubane Uro konti bale Side for me. He does love at first sight for me. He does love at first sight for me. He does love at first sight for me. Urakonti bale.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Indeed, help is always available. And if you just joined us here, you are definitely going to get help. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, Kitamale Black Maningi, and Mr. Bolokang from Sanka Soweto, ladies and gentlemen. If you wanted to comment on the topic that we are having today, substance abuse, drug abuse, is alcohol a drug? Because during the break, we were speaking about the education that lies, behind all of these substances. I hope you stay tuned, because more is going to be shared here from our guest, Mr. Bolokang from Sanka Soweto. The number to call is 0615247758, and on our Facebook is Share Online, YouTube Share Online, Instagram Share Online. And coming back to my YouTube, my Facebook, sorry, I also have a comment from Lunga Tshabalala again saying, guys, how alcohol is drug, vele. I mean drug, okay. I believe you have to take it every day. It's like a habit. Now, but alcohol, you can stay for days and maybe uphuze in a weekend. Some will wait for special occasions. Okay, and then Lyric Banele agrees with him, saying, Lunga Tshabalala, I agree with you. My sister is a pharmacist and she told me how some people are addicted to painkillers.
Yeah.
And then he comes back again and say, and going back to the weed thing, I disagree with you guys. I can stay days without Zol, but still produce music and finish my project, which is a very good thing, Mr. Kazi. It's a very good thing. And then he said, yes, I do smoke it sometimes at the studio. And then he answers Lyric by saying, what painkillers? What? Oh, painkillers. Wow. I didn't know about that. He didn't know Hore, some people are actually getting addicted to painkillers. You know, in which it's a problem. Hore, some people don't want to see it as an addiction because it's not nyaupe, it's not crystal, it's not weed. So I think when we spoke about the education, I want you to dive more into how do you educate as Sangha? How do you educate people in terms of using those substances?
Yeah, I think it's more of dealing with the behavior. So we do have behavioral change programs because I'm listening to the comments and I'm listening to my brother there to say, okay, if we're looking into your painkillers, and like you said, someone who's using those every day, someone who's drinking your grandpa every day, when they look at someone who's using Nyaope, they like, oh, okay, fine, at least I'm not using Nyaope, I'm not a drug addict, and only to find out that they are, on the same boat. You understand? It's just that they are just using different substances. So I think what we do, it's more of addressing the behavior, because the first thing that I need to find out from the person who's using those substances, I will ask you, how do you feel after using them? And then how do you feel without using them? So we need to address that. And then remember, we need to check. And then once we have identified, then we see how we can substitute. You understand? Instead of you using the grandpa, why can't we substitute it with maybe water? Because some of the reason you will find that some people will just tell you, sometimes you can feel like you're hungry. You just ate, but you feel like you're hungry. And then when you start drinking water, you are okay. So some of the things they don't need to be addressed by, or the things that we used to address.
Not so long ago, I was in the Eastern Cape, ne?
Yeah.
So I got aunts. They they smoke snafe. I don't know if it's smoking, but they use their nose,
It's cocaine.
So what I'm asking is a sniff a drug? Because when I asked my aunt, auntie, how do you feel, sniff? And she said to me, it does make me some type of way,
hence I even told you, anything that makes or changes the state of your mind. And I can even go as far as your habli. And I will answer you here online.
Yeah, please. I'm surely the people who are smoking habli are watching right now.
It is a drug. It is a drug. Like, go to the content of that flavor that you are saying, it's just the flavor, and read the contents. It contains tobacco. Tobacco is addictive.
Very much.
It's a drug. And I normally say the danger part with habli, it's, as compared to a cigarette, I can tell you now that cigarette is you are better off than a person who's smoking a habli. Because, with cigarette, it has that yellow, cock. We normally call it a cock.
The one you.
So what is the purpose of that thing? It's to stop any particle or toxins to go directly to your body, your lungs.
Right.
So in habli, what do you use? What do you have there? Because it's just a pipe, and people are happy to take that quantity of smoke to put it inside and bring it back as circles. And there's nothing that is filtering, because that sponge, that cork, it's filtering. So when you smoking habli, there's nothing filtering there. It's not.
There's nothing.
Yeah, and then it means now even that water that is evaporating there. How
boiling water,
boiling water. Exactly, how steam can be or could be can be dangerous to your lungs. You understand? Just recently, I think it was even trending to see people vomiting blood and stuff. And I know most of us, we like, no, maybe they were doing it wrong. Maybe they were doing it dirty. They even call it. I'm saying there is no. I'm telling you now, there is no clean habli. For the mere fact that you're using that flavor.
Yeah.
That is so much addictive and contains tobacco. It's not clean. And I'm telling you, it's addictive because someone who's smoking happily, they can't stay days without it. They will knock at your house like at night. At night, and they like, Baba, sifuni cold.
Right. Yeah, I mean, these things then right now they're coming to light, and the saddest thing in our community is that we are normalizing these things, you know. Because it's really becoming a problem to a point that we use them in entertainment, we use them in anything that we do. And then these kids, when they're growing up, they'll see this thing as a normal thing to do. You know, so like the awareness, it's less around it. Yeah. So I want to ask you a question, because there are many families who are struggling with siblings and people who are smoking substances in their home. So I want to know, what does Sanka do to support those struggling families?
Yeah, you see, with family members, normally what we do is that when we deal with a patient or a client, we're not dealing with you as an individual, but we're dealing with you and your family. Because remember, in substance abuse, unfortunately, you need the significant others. You need them around you, because their support is very, very valuable. Because I can tell you that you only come and spend, let's say, at most 2 hours with a therapist, but normally it's an hour, but you're spending most of the time at home. And let me also tell you that the reason why we also include the families is that the families can become triggers unaware. They can be your trigger unaware. Like in instances where someone goes to rehab, because we have the mentality, the community has this mentality that when you go to rehab, when you come back, you are clean. This person is from rehab, you can't drink or you can't smoke again and whatever. And then I come back, I find you guys, you having your sessions and stuff, you smoking there, or there's someone smoking in the yard. And I know this thing. You see the danger part with someone who is from rehab is that they know how it tastes like. You understand? And sometimes you can find that you are only smoking your dacha. I know better. I know more. You understand? I know how to make this smoke to feel, some type of way. I can make it stronger. You understand? So it becomes a trigger. So hence I'm saying we need the family as well to say, as much as this person went to a recovery program, let's also support them. Let's make sure that we don't turn or become their triggers when they come back. So by support, it means we know, when you're dealing with abantuana, they are not supposed to touch this and that. It means automatically the way we live in the family, it changes. And I was even addressing or talking with other people to say, yes, it was going to be nice if we were able to impact the environment as well. Because someone can say, yeah, but I go to rehab and still come back to the very same environment. I used to do till I in sperma corner and everything. When I come back, the first thing that I see, it's those people. Yeah, I understand. I agree with you. That is why you have to attend the programs that we are rendering so that we can build resilience. Resilience, Baba, it's that thing when a girl say no, food.
No is a no.
Normal, you can bring or come with a Mustang. Food. You understand? Not that thing now you bringing a Mustang and now the person it's like okay, boating. You understand? No. So we're building the resilience to say, even when you pass the places where you used to smoke, you like, I'm a better person and this is not I want. This is not my portion. You understand? So we also do that. So hence I'm saying the environment might be difficult. That is why you need to have those, build that resilience. But the family, the family needs to, we need to make sure that at least we create, a safer environment. We create, a living environment in support of, our loved ones.
Yeah. I mean, you touched on something that is very important, in which the loved ones who are around you can be that structure that you need.
Yes.
So I want to ask this question in terms of, educating each other. Yeah. I mean, what role does education play in terms of preventing, substance abuse?
We need education. We do need the education, and hence I'm saying the education part that we are rendering at Sanka. Like I said, we have the the behavioral change behavior modification programs, where now this person will undergo specific sessions. And then, like I said, we can even arrange these sessions for the community members. And I must also maybe highlight one of the things that we do when we speak to especially parents. Parents sometimes feel like, no, you can't teach me how to raise my child. No, so and you teaching me how to treat. It's not about that. But remember, times changes, right? And then times changes, people develop, there's empowerment and stuff. So that is why you will find that some people, especially those who are raised by older generation,
right,
they will sometimes say, we don't know how to speak to this person. You understand? So some of the sessions that we are addressing with our programs, we will say to you, when you speak to this guy, like now I'm giving the session, when you speak to them, do not say anything until they stop and pay attention. Like, that thing umzali, you don't even understand who's the parent, who's the child here. Because lawyer kuluma, and you want to address something. Order. You don't do that with a child. You keep quiet. Until now they have paid attention. That's where you can address what you want to address as a parent. You understand? So that we're not teaching you how to become, but we are saying let's equip you, so that we can be aligned with
I
the
think
times.
Also, we need to also give education to our role models. To not just drink anyhow.
Yeah, I think you see, money when it comes to that one, it's huge because remember, it's that thing. I can't control what people say about me, but I can control how I react to what they say about me. And I think that is the concept. That is what we need to equip young people to say. Those people, whether they drink what way and flash it, and I can tell you for a fact that South Africa, I think by far it's the only country that celebrate or flashes alcohol like that.
What?
I have you ever seen starlights from
Wow.
I mean, we have countries like drinking nations. We are among the top drinking nations in the whole world. I've seen like your Russia people like those people
Germany, man. They're known for beer.
They drink.
Yeah.
I remember when I was still while I was still a boy, like I used to hear this thing that in Germany, when they develop these big cars that we admire so much. They have like in their walk-away rooms, like your breakaway rooms, they have your whiskeys. They keep it there. So during the day, they will go there and hit a shot if they feel like they need a stimuli. Because for them, alcohol, they have the education around that. They are not drinking to get drunk.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, when you speak with a young person here, they will ask you, so why are you drinking? You're drinking to get drunk. And that is a wrong reason. Like that reasoning, it's wrong. Because alcohol should never be used like that. You understand? So they can control work and still use alcohol. So just imagine, Manning, if we had alcohol here in this studio. This one.
Hell will break loose, man. Hell will
So
break
here's
loose.
the other thing. Now we got problems here. About the people who are playing football. Now it's becoming a problem that footballers, they come into training smelling alcohol. So ngifuna ukuthi ulentuza kanja, is it right or wrong for the coaches ukuthi babasuse egrounding because they are drinking?
Okay, can I stop you there, because we have to go on an ad break, and then when we come back, it's just gonna be a short one ad, and then we will continue with your question.
Oh yes.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Of course, help is available. If you know someone who needs help right now, is the time to definitely get them the help that they need in their life. Before the break, Maningi was asking a question. But before we go on to that question, we have a comment there from Lunga Twabe at Mo. Please ask Uba for which part of Eastern Cape is he from?
Me?
Of course, you're the one who's from Eastern Cape, man. What do you mean, me?
I'm from Ntabangulu, bro. I'm from Ntabangulu. I was suka in my daughter. Ngumvuze ekhaya man. Hey, Nkosi yami. Hey. I'm from Ntabangulu, bro. Icacadu ilali. Yeah, Icacadu ilali. Just search about Leolali, man. It's such a cool village, you know. Very much therapeutic, dog. Like nature is very therapeutic, dog.
Of
like
course, man.
You know, man. Yo, yazi singakhuluma shoni langa, but back on the drug thing, man. I was asking ukuthi for coaches, they say ukuthi a certain player uyaphuza, but ngenzeka ukuthi ushaye Steve, but ufike ejimini anuka yona le alcohol. Is it a right thing ukuthi abo coach babakhiphe elentuzeni with him?
Yeah, I wanted to answer with a question. Uthi wena as Umaningi, will you, I know most of the artists today are doing that to say yes, I have gigs and stuff, they do drink, but they will prefer not to be driven by someone who is drinking, right? Why? Number one, they like, you are automatically putting my life at danger because the use of alcohol, like alcohol, obviously it will make you have impaired visions. Instead of seeing one car, you'll see two cars. You understand? So just imagine someone who comes to the ground. You are a danger not only to yourself but to the society, to the whole team. So there is no way that we can risk, a coach can risk other people's lives and well-being because of you. So I think they are doing the right thing. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, but
what is it, man?
I hear you. Let's not CC escalate more, but I hear you.
It's a very big problem, man. You know, because if you see players doing that and then getting into, behaviors that, coaches can't deal with, it's like, okay, right now intervention is needed because some people feel like if you have money and the power that people have given you, you have the right to do anything that you want.
Yeah.
In which it's not something that we want to implicate in our townships.
Yeah.
That's why we have organizations like Sanka.
Yes.
We want people to be helped or to get the help that they need because people sometimes they lose hope. Because it's like, okay, this person is from a rehab, they are well rehabilitated, and then when you get home, like, we know you, you're a drug addict, So I want to know this, some of the things that you guys instill from someone. Okay, this person has just got on right now to Sanka, registered, and then open a file. What is that thing that you guys tell him to make him strong in terms of the resilience that you guys want to give him?
Yeah, I think that's a session on its own. Normally, my team or the component that is directly dealing with that, they subscribe to a very serious, confidential, close, because remember now it's an agreement between you and that line, but not that it's something that we can't go, publicly with. It's more of, motivation, because remember, like I said, relapse is part of recovery. These are some of the things that you will get as someone who's using, substances to say it's okay. But remember, the first thing that happens is that we need to get to the root cause. What led you? What led you to using drugs at the first place? You understand? I mean, that is key. So once you get to the root cause, things starts becoming interesting, because now you'll find that actually when as a person you didn't aspire to have such a problem, but the real matter is, here. So let's deal with this. So hence I'm saying things starts becoming interesting because the whole focus turns. You understand? You might find that yes, we're dealing with you because of amatraxia payment stuff. But what led you to that? Then we start now addressing the real issue here. And I can tell you, most young people, you'll find that abazali abasahlala like together. Uma muhlala le, uba muhlala le, and then at the end, I feel the void, and then at the end, I resort to using, amatrax and stuff. Because in a way, I'm thinking maybe this will take away, maybe I will forget. Somebody just lost their loved ones, maybe I will forget, and then you end up now, damaging yourself by the use of, those drugs. So it's more of attending that counseling and then getting also a motivation to say yes, you can do this, let's try, it's another chance, let's try life again.
I mean, it's a very good thing. I mean, I would really encourage and actually recommend Sanka Soweto to everyone out there who needs help, especially the people who are close to me. Because right now, time is not on my side. We will have to conclude, guys. So I hear Ugazi Lapaya say, okay, I'm from Etsomo, Esikhokeni Elali. What's that? Okay, you guys can discuss that after. We have a question from Thando Luluza Nondalana saying, hi fam, what happens kulaba banta who are told by doctors to not stop drinking? Like a doctor tells a patient, my man, don't stop drinking. It's good for your health.
Yeah.
I wish one doctor can tell me that.
The problem is one. The problem here is one. And sometimes I say, unfortunately, the communities will, some people can, misinterpret you when you start, giving information around how to use, especially alcohol and stuff. But I can tell you that I'm aware, and I can tell you that the withdrawal symptoms for alcohol, they are very severe. Like they are very severe more than other drugs. You understand? So you'll get to a point. I know previously, before we got other resources that we have today to deal with these issues. Previously, they will even say maybe this person, in order to treat alcohol usage, they even give you a shot a day. You understand? But I will tell you that there is no amount of alcohol, like especially you look into how we use. Yes, the person was told by the doctor not to stop drinking. Did the doctor tell them how much to drink a day? or because that's the thing. Hence I said here with alcohol, we addressing the misuse. I don't have a problem with people drinking, but I have a problem misusing alcohol. You understand? Because of lack of knowledge of how to use it. They said, yes, you must drink. Okay, let's go back to the doctor. Quantities. Because if you check medication, they give you one and they will tell you 2 pills a day or 2 pills in the morning. This one in the morning. Did the doctor write that prescription and say 3 quarts a day or 10 quarts at night? Like, we need to have that. You understand? And that is what that's what it's lacking. You understand? And you find that yes, you're using alcohol, but you're using it at wrong quantities. Like measure, like check the measure that you're using this alcohol. It now tends to become something else. It's no longer addressing what the doctor said it will address in your body.
I mean, she comes back and say, yes, the doctor would say have a glass of, wine every morning.
Right. Let me come to that. Ne? Just a quick one. You see, when you drink, now we're talking standard measure. It's education. When you say a standard measure, in South Africa, the standard measure of alcohol usage, it's a standard measure of alcohol, it's 330. Right? 330.
330 milliliters.
330, a dump. We call it a dump.
I know,
right?
I know.
And let's be fair. Let's be honest with ourselves here because we want to address. I need to see Sotra.
Yeah.
How many people get satisfied after drinking it 330? Today, when we go out buying alcohol, we don't go for 330s, we go 1 liter.
Of course, 440.
You understand? Yeah. And I normally say the enemy saw that these people, I want to kill them. Now he has come with that 1 liter. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. So when you drink that thing, it's no longer now a standard measure. You are drinking 3.
You've exceeded now.
Yes. So it takes your liver 1 hour to excrete the poison out of alcohol, out of a standard measure drink. You understand? So you'll find that the doctor knows that if this person is drinking a wine, a glass of wine, and here we're talking a 125 ml, that's a standard. Have you seen them when they drink wine? Have you seen the glasses that they are using? It's no longer a 125. It's a big glass. So you are not drinking. So now the thing is that we only have a lever to take out the poison or alcohol from our bodies. And it takes it an hour. So it means if I was drinking at 3:30, I need to drink at 3:30 and wait for an hour to drink the second 3:30. That's where we say in your liver now it's working, it's working normally to excrete the poison, because alcohol is poisonous to the body. So you need your liver to excrete that. So in a case where you're drinking your 1 liters, you don't even stop for those hours and stuff, your liver stops working. The reason why we're having people who experience blackout, it's because your liver stopped working. And now that alcohol was not excreted from the body. So the alcohol caused a shutdown in your body. You understand? Yeah. So that is why we're experiencing that. So people who know how to drink alcohol, I will tell you, standard, like normal, for umaningi as a guy, 5 standard drinks a day, or per sitting. So to mauhamba and go to amajito to Siochila, you must have 5 3:30s.
Yeah.
You get that? Per sitting. After that, you drink water, you go home. You're done.
Yeah.
And that is what we are failing to keep up to, because if we can uphold that, then me and you can speak about responsible drinking. We know what we're talking about. As a person, if you are drinking, you need to know what is your enough.
What's your enough?
What is your enough? Because people don't know. Like, people are only stopped by imali pelile, or people are stopped by a fala. That's when you by a keeper.
You know what?
You understand? So that is why those are signs. It shows that we don't know how to use alcohol.
We don't know how to use alcohol. I hope people take that into consideration, that there are dosages that you can use. You know, don't take false advices from doctors that are even qualified, because people sometimes they miscommunicate what the doctors have told them, you know. So like, guys, please stop that. People are dying out there. So like, in our conclusion, because you know we're all about the good things and fixing the country as the Broskies of Sotra, can you please just take it away with the success stories that Sanka Soweto has had?
But can I ask a question before that? As people who are helping people who are addicted to substances, do you refer them to African people? Like, is Inyanga, is Zangoma and stuff? Because you know why I'm asking this question? I got a friend. He doesn't smoke weed like during the day. He only smokes weed marazolal. Reason being, Uguti, he has nightmares every night. So weed makes him to sleep peacefully. Every time he smokes, he sleeps peacefully. So my question is, as people who are helping those kind of people, do you refer them to African people?
Inyanga.
Yeah, of course, man.
No, we don't.
My man, your drug problem needs babu scotine. Needs scotine.
We don't refer them to traditional healers, but I like what you are asking.
Yeah.
Because if you look at what's happening today, I've seen a lot of young people, high rate, there's an increase in the rate of traditional healers. Of course. And I can tell you that things overturned. Because previously we used to know only old people can become that. But today we even see your 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, they are calling themselves Abogogo and stuff. Well, I don't want to get into that, but I have seen also a trend of substance abuse in that area. Because now all of Abogogo, it's very rare to find ugogo lo angaphuzi the ones who don't drink. And even when you come, they will tell you they want the Johnny Walker, they even tell you names. uthi uyabuya umaningi, you must buy 3 Johnny Walker black and what ugogo akathandi ini uthanda ini, you understand? And they are also smoking abogogo. You understand? And they smoking dara abogogo. So you need to also look into this as trend. So we cannot, because I am for no to substance abuse. So I can't refer you to people that I know will become your trigger. Because I can tell you, I have people who were not using substances previously. They were not using. But they went because they believed that they had a calling. And then after that, now they are smoking, they are drinking. And they tell you that, no, it's not me, it's ugogo. Ugogo uphuza umzimba wabani. So we need to also check that. Oh, you understand? They saying that. Like, baphuza through your body. And that thing gets to them. But it affects bani.
Your body gets affected.
You understand? So we need to also look into that. Substance abuse is substance abuse. We can't even, like, I don't want to get to a point where some people are saying, no, I'm doing it for medical, I'm doing it for religious purposes. We cannot do it. It's abuse. And it needs to stop.
It needs to stop, man. I mean, hey, guys, the time is no longer on our side. Mr. Bulokang, last words on the success stories that Sanka Soweto has had, with an individual who has been there.
Yeah, we do have individuals who have conquered, a drug addiction. A lot of them currently, you find them at our support groups. They are also coming back. They are engaging, because we do have I think in Soweto we have NA and AA groups that are happening or taking place every Saturday at our center. So you will find people who are your 22 years, your 30 years dry or clean, you understand? So it's one of the things that we measure our successes with. But mainly, I can tell you that my success, especially with substance abuse, I can tell you it's very rare, and it's it takes time. It's like, when they say an elephant takes, I don't know how many months to give birth. You understand? So with substance abuse, it's like that, because remember, this person can relapse. At the point where you're thinking now they have conquered, then they relapse. Or at the point where you say now they are clean, they are from rehab for 3 years, the 4th year they relapse. You understand? So it takes a time. So, and it's very difficult also to measure the success. The way someone can say, no, I've invested 20, now I get 40. It doesn't work like that. You understand? But I can tell you that we also measure our success through the outreach and interventions that we were able to conduct in a certain period. Like, for example, I can tell you for the year 2022, 2023, we were able to reach 80,000 young people at schools. It's a success, right? Because remember now, the more we raise awareness, the more I tell you about this thing, the more it will get into your mind.
It stays
you
in
understand?
my mind,
So that's how I also measure that. And then you go to the communities. We also reached more than 50,000 community members. So it's a whole lot of people that are coming and accessing our center. So the more we see them mindly, then we can say, yeah, the program is working. And then we start seeing to say, okay, fine, let's continue. At least people are listening. And then the more they come, the more they will be, able to live a healthier life.
A very good thing to hear. So if one wants to know about you guys and, contact details in terms of where to get Sanka Soweto.
Yeah, it's Sanka Soweto. We are on Facebook at Sanka Soweto. And then we are also on Instagram. For those who want to go to Instagram and stuff. Yeah, we are Sanka SO _ where to. So, but we find that a lot of young people are engaging with us, especially people who are directly affected. They are engaging with us on Facebook. So you will just find a Sanka Soweto page there, and then you follow us. You ask any question, then we are able to assist you. And then we also have a landline. It's 011-984-4290. 011-984-4290. They can also reach us on mobile, 078-927-9890. Yeah, that's where people can get in touch with us. And then we do have a website page. It's www.sankasoweto.org.za.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that information. I hope you guys at home will get hold, of Sanka Soweto in their social platforms. If you know anyone who needs help, they are here for you. Maningi, any last words, man?
Fitness is the way.
Fitness is the way.
That's the only way, brother.
Yeah, man,
That's
yeah.
my last words. Fitness is the only way, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it does not end here, man. You know, Mr. Bolokang, thank you so much for being here with us, and I hope it's not the last time because we also going to need you because this thing is a pandemic in this country. You
Yeah.
know, so like we will need you for more awareness and then more shows like this one, and you know, people should get the help that they need. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you for having us, and yeah, we will be available. Call us.
Yes, Mr. Bolokang from Sanka Soweto, guys. If you want to get hold of him, he just told the details of where to get him. And then my last Facebook comment there from Lunga Kwabe saying thank you for bringing us a beautiful show, guys. Asbonge, thank you so much, guys, for staying with us until the end of the show. And please do not forget to do the right thing. We appreciate you so much. For now, guys, we are going to leave you and say goodbye. We hope the conversation that we had with you, was enlightening and it was helpful. So from me, Black Maningi, and Mr. Bolokang, we are going to say a goodbye to you guys. And please don't forget tomorrow, Kasi Lifestyle at 2 p.m. And of course, with me, the one and only Moeketsi Maimane at 6 with your top 10 best music, local music that we have here, and then the rest shall follow, guys. I'm going to leave you with the song saying Itemba by Jasmine Deep and Stash the Groovies featuring Double G. It means ungalahli Itemba. Till I see you next time, bye bye.
basilingi noma besicabanisa uthando lwethu lisafutha mina ngiyavuma wanginika uthando lakho baby ngiyalufila sithando sami sibhamu sami ngeke basilingi noma besicabanisa uthando lwethu lisafutha mina ngiyavuma sithando sami
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around